What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it is another podcast episode. This will be episode 2, and today's topic is my top 10 games of 2010. I think this is going to be a really fun topic that we can do with a lot of years. Making this channel, my first video was my game of the year for 2024. So the only game of the year or top 10 lists that I have on the channel are going to be 2024 and 2025. And there's a whole list of years, obviously, before that we could do as a video just like this. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. And I have a couple of different ways that we're going to kind of go through it. A couple of different tactics that we're going to do. Not tactics, but a couple websites that we're going to visit. Kind of conjure up a list, and at the end of the podcast we will have what will be my top 10 games of, or maybe not even top 10, it'd just be a list of games from 2010. There will be a top 10 included in that, and also a game of the year. But we're going to start off again on bracket fights. We're going to start off here first. I'm going to try a couple of different ideas. It's going to be a lot of different ideas in this podcast. We're just going to see which one sticks. If all three ideas work, that's great. If only one idea works, then it's better just like that. We just do it, kind of simplify it. We'll do it like that. There's going to be a lot of troubleshooting with this, but I feel like once we kind of get the formula down, there's a lot that we can go back and visit with all these years of gaming. Pretty much, I want to say, 2007, maybe that's as far back as we go, because I'm not too old of a gamer. I'm still going back and visiting the classics, but there's still, I think if I were to look at a list of games from a year, I could kind of come up with where we could start, and then obviously we could get up to as modern as we would like. So, with all that talking out of the way, I have bracket fights pulled up. This is not a 128 game bracket. This is only 64, so this should not take very long at all. We're going to start here, and then we'll move to 2 different websites, and we'll kind of come up with a list by the end of the video. So this is also going to be a great video, just like the last podcast. There's going to be a lot of games on here that I've never played, I've never heard of. Let me know down in the comments if I say I haven't played a game before and you want to see me play it on the channel. Let me know. That's the best way to do that, so I can get around to that game a whole lot sooner, especially if I have interest in it, or if there is interest from you guys on the channel. We can definitely get that going. Again, since we are on bracket fights, you get to see all of these beautiful ads on the top and bottom of the screen, so I do apologize about that, but I would definitely just listen to this more as a podcast. There's definitely this bracket to go along with it if you want to see what's happening from a video, but I think it's probably going to be best experience just listening to it. And without further ado, let's dive into this bracket. 64 games from 2010. I'm hoping most of these I've played before, maybe some I haven't. So let's dive in. I really haven't looked at the bracket. I don't know what these matchups are. This is the matchups that pop up as soon as, I might actually just shuffle. Let's just shuffle. Let's do one good shuffle just so it's all mixed up. And we'll start on the top left, the left side of the bracket. Scott Pilgrim versus The World, the game, versus Naughty Bear. 2 games I have not played. I know Scott Pilgrim is pretty popular. I really don't have any experience with Scott Pilgrim at all. Know nothing about it. Not really my thing. I mean, it probably is. I don't know. I really haven't messed with Scott Pilgrim at all. I don't know what the game is like. I've heard good things about the game. I don't even know what kind of game it is. So just like the last podcast, on the fly, without a lot of editing, I'm just going to look it up on the spot so I don't look stupid. Let's see. Scott Pilgrim vs. World. Obviously, it's a comedy movie. It's got Michael Cera in it. I've heard of it. I've just never watched it, I don't think. Maybe I have. I'm not entirely sure. My memory, not too great when it comes to remembering things that I haven't watched. But let's see what the game is. It is a retro style beat 'em up inspired by classic games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, okay, so it's a beat 'em up game. Cool. Not like super into beat 'em up games, just not really my thing. I do enjoy them, it's just not what I jump to first. But I don't know, Scott Pilgrim vs. World of the Game. Okay, there it is. Naughty Bear. I have heard of Naughty Bear. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 videos on Naughty Bear. So I don't really know. I know it's like a really stupid game, you know. From what I remember, you just go around and you just do stupid things. I don't really know what this game is, to be completely honest. It might have like a cult following to it. Looking at it, it says it's an action adventure video game. Game is set on the fictional Perfection Island in the 1980s, where sentient teddy bears live in harmony. Okay, well, Naughty Bear, there it is. Let me know if Naughty Bear is one of the best games from 2010. So how I'm going to do it, just like the last podcast, if it's 2 games I haven't played before, I'm just going to pick the game that I think I would enjoy the most to move on. So in this case, I'm going to pick Scott Pilgrim. Beat 'em up, sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe Naughty Bear is a really good game, who knows, but I'm just going to move Scott Pilgrim on. Army of Two, The 40th Day, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. 2 games I have played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit before. I remember liking it a good bit. I didn't play a whole lot of it, maybe just a couple hours. It was the remaster that came out, I want to say like 2020 or something like that, around that year. I played the remaster of it. Didn't play the original, but I know a lot of people really like Hot Pursuit. It definitely is one that I want to get around to in terms of trying to clean up the Need for Speed backlog. I really do enjoy Need for Speed. Haven't played a lot of the old ones. That's one I definitely want to go do, is knock out the old Need for Speed games. But Hot Pursuit's kind of in the middle, where it's not old, but it's also not new. I think it's from it's from 2010. Obviously, it's in this bracket, but Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. You know, definitely want to get around to that. Army of Two, The 40th Day. So if you're a viewer of the channel, a couple weeks ago I did put out a Army of Two first time finishing video. I finished that game back in January, did co-op, and basically not really one sitting, but we did it in one night. Pretty short game, had a lot of fun with it. Definitely some things that kind of hold it back with its age, but a lot of really cool ideas and mechanics that I think Army of Two would be great in 2026. And this is, I think, the second one. If there was any way I could play this game, I absolutely would. For some reason, Army of Two, the original, is the only game that you can like buy anywhere. You can buy it on the 360 or the Xbox. You can buy it on the store. It's on EA Play, that subscription service. But you can't buy 40th Day and you can't buy Devil's Cartel. It's pretty disappointing, because I would really like to see where they go in terms of expanding on the ideas that they had and showed in the original game. So Army of Two, The 40th Day, have not played it. I have played Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, but I haven't finished it, so it's 2 games again. For this one, I really would like to see what Army of Two, The 40th Day looks like, how it feels, improvements, but I'm going to go Hot Pursuit with this one, move this one on. Fable 3 and Nier. So Fable 3, I've played very little of the first game. I've not really touched 2 or 3. The Fable trilogy is a trilogy that I've not touched at all, and I really want to. I don't know if I'm going to before the new one comes out, hopefully later this year in the fall. I might just do the reboot first, and then at some point I'll go back and touch the original trilogy. But I've heard pretty solid things about Fable 3. I know Fable 1 and 2 are definitely, from what I've heard, the best in the trilogy, but Fable 3 is there. It still has that Fable formula. You know, I think I would definitely enjoy the Fable games. I just need to get around to them. From what I played of Fable 1, I really did enjoy it, just never got around to finishing it. Nier is a franchise that I've heard a lot about from Automata and Replicant. So I don't know a whole lot about the original Nier. I haven't really heard a lot about it. I've heard the other 2 games. If there's more than that, I do apologize. I'm not entirely sure what the franchise has or how many games it has, but I know it's a really popular franchise, and it looks like Nier, is it Automata? I think it's Automata. Nier Automata, sequel developed by Platinum Games, was released in 2017. So this is the original. I don't know how people feel about it. I'm sure it's probably great, especially if it did get a sequel that a lot of people really enjoy. For this one, 2 games again that I have not played. Fable 3, I think, is going to be the one I pick just because I feel like I would enjoy Fable a lot more. But Nier, if you guys want to see Nier, I know this is a big franchise, a lot of people like it. I definitely would be down to check it out. I really have zero knowledge on Nier, except I know the franchise by name, and I know a lot of people really enjoy it, but I don't know anything past that. So I definitely would be interested in checking this franchise out, but for this, I'm going to move Fable 3 on. Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock versus World of Tanks. This is a really interesting matchup. I was a Rock Band kid, never played Guitar Hero. I don't think I've ever played Guitar Hero. I was always on Rock Band. I know the two were kind of head-to-head for a lot of the mid-2000s when these games were really coming out. I don't know if Warriors of Rock is a good one. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out how people feel about it because... Okay, this is the third one. So this is Guitar Hero 3. No, that's Legends of Rock. So this one is the 6th game in the main installment. Let's see what reception's looking like. Okay, reception's looking mixed to positive on Guitar Hero. World of Tanks, not really my thing. I think this game, I want to say, I'm going to look at it right now. Free to play. Obviously, this game's still going. A lot of people are still playing this game, I think. I really think that is... Oh, there's the video that I'm watching on Steam. I think it's really surprising. There's 8,500 people playing it right now as of recording this podcast. That is crazy to me. This game is 16 years old. I don't really know anything about World of Tanks. I might have played it once or twice on my Xbox, maybe. Don't remember anything about it. Don't really have any appeal to it. It is very impressive, and I do have respect for it for having that player base, that solid of a player base in 16 years after release. So that is pretty crazy. World of Tanks is still going in 2026. Out of the two, even if Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock is like a, solid Guitar Hero, it's not one of the best. I'm still going to go Guitar Hero. It's a lot more appealing to me than World of Tanks is. Ooh, this is a good one. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood versus Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Brotherhood, out of the 4 Assassin's Creed games that I've played, I played the Ezio trilogy and I also played Assassin's Creed 3. This one is probably my favorite. I really loved Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I just know if I'm predicting the future, I feel like this is going to be in the top 5 of this list by the end. I think this is going to be a top 5 for sure. I'd be shocked if it's not. Really enjoyed Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I mean, the whole Ezio trilogy is fantastic. I mean, back in the late 2000s when we got a trilogy of games in 3 years. When now you're lucky to see a trilogy of games in a console generation. I mean, that definitely was a different time for games. We got 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, 3 years, back to back to back. It's pretty crazy. But really loved Brotherhood. Definitely my favorite out of the franchise that I've played. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I played a lot of this one as a kid on the PS3. Not being a Nintendo kid. Didn't play Mario Kart. I did play Mario Kart Wii. I played a lot of Mario Kart Wii. So I did have experience with Mario Kart on the Wii. It's really the only Nintendo console that I've owned. I haven't played any Mario Kart past that. Sonic and Sega was really just kind of the alternative to Mario Kart, and it was a lot of fun. I actually did buy this recently on Steam to play it again and get those memories back. Might have an idea for a video. I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll see. But Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing is a lot of fun. It's a great kart racer. Tracks are super vibrant and unique from one another, kind of pulling from Sega's IPs. The roster of characters is a lot of fun. There's a lot more content in this game than I remembered. You have the Grand Prix, you can do your single races, your time trials, but then there's all the missions. There's a lot of content in this game that I don't remember there being when I played it originally, but obviously it was there. So Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, This one might make the top 10 too. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. But this one, tough pull for Sonic. It's going to be Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Moving on. I'm going to take a quick drink. We have a really good matchup right here. Halo Reach versus Skate 3. This is a great matchup. Two not childhood classics. Skate 3 I put a lot in my childhood. Halo Reach definitely a newer one, new-ish game that I've played. Halo Reach, I think, is the complete package when it comes to a Halo game. I think that it's not my favorite, but having a great campaign with a story that is kind of deterred or kind of away from, there's no Master Chief. It's still set. It's a prequel before Halo 1, so it's still it's not as separate as ODST is, but it's still a Halo story that doesn't involve Master Chief. That's really, really good. Great campaign, memorable missions, super replayable. Multiplayer is a lot of fun. Definitely not my favorite in the franchise, but I still have a lot of fun with it. It still feels really, really good. And then Firefight being introduced. Obviously ODST introduced it, but Halo Reach kind of took the formula and expanded it, and it's a lot of fun in Halo Reach. I think it's the complete package for a Halo game. Not my favorite, but it's a really good Halo game. It's a lot of fun. Skate 3, on the other hand, it's my favorite skating game of all time. It doesn't say a whole lot because I haven't played a whole lot of skating games, but Skate 3 still holds up to this day. I can still go and play it, still visit all those great skate parks. Super memorable locations, the Super Mega Skate Park, the Quarry. Just skating around, doing the career mode, all the different missions and events, content. There's so much content. There's also all the user created content, all the skate parks. There's so much to do in Skate 3 that you can still play it. People still play this game to this day, and new Skate is out, and I haven't played it, but from what I've heard, it just doesn't hold a candle to what Skate 3 was. It really was the skating game. It's a lot of fun. It's not your Tony Hawk. It's a lot different from Tony Hawk. Those two games, I've played a little bit of Tony Hawk with the Pro Skater 3 and 4 remake or remaster. Definitely two different skating games. They're not, competing with each other. They're very different in terms of their approach. So Skate 3, it's great. It's a really good game, and I can't believe I have to make this decision. This sucks really, really bad. I am actually, this is a 50-50, and on a different day, I would pick Halo Reach, but I'm going to go with nostalgia. Skate 3 still holds up. It's such a great game. And when we do the ranking, this could go, I'm going to pick Skate 3 now. When we do the ranking, you see the way that the ranking is going to be done. Halo Reach might end up on top of Skate 3. We'll see. I don't know for sure. But I'm going to pick Skate 3. Alan Wake versus Dead Rising 2. So this one's interesting because honestly, I really want to, I'm going to look it up. We'll talk about Alan Wake first. Alan Wake is a good, survival horror game. I did enjoy it. I think Alan Wake 2 just improves on it in so many ways, but Alan Wake still holds up. I think its gameplay is the thing that towards the end of it, shine the flashlight on the enemies to kind of make them vulnerable to gunshots. That kind of gets a little tedious by the end of it, but the story and the way that the story is told is super creative. It is super Remedy. If you've never played a Remedy game, you need to, because they do it so much. They do it differently than anybody else does in the industry with their storytelling and how they do that, especially in Alan Wake 2. It just gets ridiculous, but Alan Wake 1 is a good game. It's a lot of fun. I still do really enjoy it, especially for that story. Dead Rising, on the other hand, I know I've finished Dead Rising 2 off the record, which is, I don't really know the backstory as to why they did that. It looks like Off the Record came out a year later in 2011. It's basically just, they call it a reimagining of Dead Rising 2. It's basically almost the exact same game, but instead of playing as Chuck Green, as you see in the title right there, you play as Frank West, the protagonist from the original game. That's the one that I played and finished. I have played Dead Rising 2, the original, but never finished that. So I guess I'm going to say that I haven't finished Dead Rising 2. And if I did, I think this would actually be if this was off the record, I think this would be a very, very close matchup, because Dead Rising, you just have a lot of fun with that sandbox. You kind of get this open map, not really open world, but it's kind of an open world. It's more kind of split up into sections. It's still kind of jank. There's some jank to it, but it's one of those games where you can just go around, pick up whatever you want to kill zombies with. The combo weapons are a lot of fun to find those, I guess, recipes to combine together and make really cool weapons like lightsabers and, you know, Freddy Krueger knife, claw, glove things, whatever you want to call them. And then Psychopaths, a lot of fun, a really cool twist to boss fights. But I'm going to consider Dead Rising 2 off the record a separate game, so I have not finished Dead Rising 2. So because I have finished Alan Wake, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, if I have finished one game but haven't finished the other, I'm picking the game that I have finished regardless of what the other game is. So Alan Wake is going to move on here because of that. And the last matchup on the first side of the bracket, Disney Epic Mickey versus 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. I mentioned this one in the last podcast. This actually did pop up for Disney Epic Mickey. I've heard good things about it. I don't really know a whole lot about it. And, you know, I was a Disney kid. I watched a lot of Disney. So there is some appeal, I guess, for playing this game. Maybe it's a really fun game. I don't know for sure. But when you put it up against 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa, no disrespect to my soccer fans or my football fans, soccer is not my sport. I don't really have any interest at all in soccer. So that has no appeal. I'm going to look it up to see if it's... I didn't even know this was a game. I've never heard of... The only FIFA I've heard of is FIFA, or I guess now it's EA Sports FC. Yeah, it's a... kind of back when I guess they were doing different sports games instead of just your basic, you know, FIFA and Maddens. They were kind of doing spin-offs. That's kind of cool. And I'm sure maybe a lot of people liked it. A lot of soccer fans liked it a lot. Not my thing. Soccer is not my thing. So for this one, 2 games I haven't played before, I'm going to go Disney Epic Mickey. We're going to keep going with the left side of the bracket. Scott Pilgrim versus The World, The Game, or Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Since I've already kind of talked about both these games, this next set of matchups as we get closer to the middle of the bracket shouldn't take as long. 2 games I haven't beaten or finished. I have played Hot Pursuit. This has a lot more appeal to me than Scott Pilgrim does. So for that reason, I'd rather go and try to finish Need for Speed Hot Pursuit than I would Scott Pilgrim. So for that reason, I'm going to pick Need for Speed Hot Pursuit to continue on. Fable 3 versus Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. Again, 2 games I have not finished, have not played. Fable 3 has a lot more appeal to me to go and finish. Guitar Hero, I'm sure, still is a lot of fun. Like I said, never played Guitar Hero, and I'm sure there's just... I can only imagine. I'm going to look actually really quick and see what kind of soundtrack this game had. Hopefully I can just pull it up really quick and see what kind of soundtrack we're working with Warriors of Rock. It says 93 songs on disc. Avenged Sevenfold, Soundgarden, Linkin Park, Queen, Deep Purple, Blue Oyster Cult, Slayer, Black Sabbath, Aerosmith. Okay, so I feel like back when they were making Guitar Hero and Rock Band games, it's really hard to mess up a soundtrack. I mean, you just get, you know, there's Anthrax, Pantera, Megadeth, Stone Temple Pilots. I mean, it's hard to mess that up. So obviously this soundtrack looks fantastic. Styx is on here. I'm sure it's a lot of fun, but I'm still going to pick Fable 3 to move on. It has more appeal to me to go and try to finish it. Ooh, again, another tough matchup. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood versus Skate 3. Both games I have played and finished. Skate 3, I love it. It's a great game. It still holds up. It's still a lot of fun. I could go play it right now and still have a blast. But Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, man, it's the formula done right, and I'm hoping that when I go and continue on through the franchise, hopefully there is a game better than Brotherhood. I want to experience and have that feeling again of how good this game was to play and finish. Black Flag, maybe. Original Assassin's Creed, maybe. I don't know if any of the other ones are going to. Brotherhood, a fantastic Assassin's Creed game. It moves on. Alan Wake versus Disney Epic Mickey. I have finished Alan Wake. I have not played Disney Epic Mickey, so very quickly, Alan Wake will move on. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, Fable 3, 2 games I have not finished. This is a very interesting one because I have both of these games and these franchises have appeal. So this is a tough one to figure out which one I would rather go and finish. I am going to say, I'm going to go Hot Pursuit. This one could go either way. I feel like I would get a lot more time out of Fable 3, but I've heard really good things about Hot Pursuit, and it's one of the best Need for Speed games, so I'm going to go with that. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Alan Wake. I've finished both games. Alan Wake is good. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is fantastic. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and this one, I've finished Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It moves on, and it will be the left side of the bracket representative in the championship for this bracket, and we'll come back into the second side. Second side of the bracket, starting off with Castle Crashers versus Super Meat Boy. 2 games that I know have a lot of popularity behind them that I've never played. I've never played Castle Crashers. I've never played Super Meat Boy. With Castle Crashers, I know it's a super popular co-op game. It's definitely one that I've heard enough about to want to give it a shot. It actually says it's a 2008 game that was originally released by Microsoft via the Xbox Live Arcade, and then a PS3 version was released in 2010. So this one, you could kind of say, well, I don't know if it should actually really be here. But since it's on here, we're just gonna continue with it. We're just gonna go as if it should be on here, even though it might not be exactly a 2010 game. Looks like a lot of fun. Beat 'em up video game, kind of like Scott Pilgrim was on the other side of the bracket. I think that I would really enjoy playing Castle Crashers co-op. Heard a lot of great things about it. I think if I go look at Steam right now, it probably still has very close to overwhelmingly positive. Yep, it has 97% reviews, so very, very good for Castle Crashers. Definitely one I want to get to. It's only $15, and if you can play it online co-op, I will definitely get around to Castle Crashers at some point. We'll see when that happens, but I think it'll be a lot of fun once I do. Super Meat Boy. I know it's a, I want to say 2D platformer, because I know they just had the most recent Super Meat Boy 3D release this year, and a lot of people really enjoy Super Meat Boy. It's a super challenging platformer game that I like. Platformers, I do really enjoy them, but I don't know if I would enjoy Super Meat Boy as much as a lot of other people would. I don't know, maybe I would. I would definitely be willing to give it a shot. I know a lot of people really enjoy it. It's won several awards. It's been cited as one of the greatest games of all time. It's a super challenging game. I mean, it's not really the same, but I feel like these two are games that you don't really remember until you see them. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that. Castle Crashers and Super Meat Boy, I know those by name. I've heard of them before, but I feel like not a lot of people talk about these games as much as, you know, both games very highly praised, but they just don't get talked about enough. It's kind of like they're both in that same conversation. Out of these two, I think that I would probably go with Castle Crashers as the game that I would rather go and play. You know, it's co-op, it's a beat 'em up. It just seems like it's a lot more of that arcade style fun. Super Meat Boy, I'm sure it's a lot of fun. Very challenging. If I were to sit down and try to finish it, I would probably, you know, bang my head against the wall a couple times. Hopefully not throw any controllers, but I would probably still have a good time with it. I am going to go with Castle Crashers to move on. God of War 3 versus Split Second. So God of War 3, man, that trilogy of games is so good, and God of War 3, it wraps it up perfectly. I mean, there's so much at stake in this game. The first two games do such a great job of building up to this climactic finish, and there's so many great moments in this game. All the boss fights that, if you've played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Just the scale, not just from a gameplay perspective, but just from a story perspective as well. And just that hack and slash gameplay that it just feels so good. I feel like the older God of War games don't get talked about enough, especially with the newer ones, 2018 Ragnarok. Those get talked about a lot more. I feel like you don't really hear as much as you should about the original trilogy of God of War games. They still hold up to this day. I did play the remaster of the third game, but I played the original versions of 1 and 2. I actually streamed those to my PS5, but I was playing that on, I guess, PS3 server blades. So I don't know if it was like the exact original version, but very, very old versions of those two games, and all three games still hold up. I know we're getting a remake of the trilogy, and I can't wait to see what they do with that. Very interested to see what they do with that. But if you haven't played the God of War, those games still hold up. Fantastic game. Split Second is one I have played before but haven't finished. This is actually on my backlog on Steam, so I do want to get around to it at some point. I know it's a lot of fun. Super arcadey, basically Michael Bay, the racing game. There's so much happening. You can, as you're driving, have things like with a button prompt happen, explosions to cause things to crash into the race and wreck other racers. It's set up as like a TV show as you're going through the story. Really cool premise. I definitely want to get back around to this game. Played it years ago on the 360. Want to get back to it for sure, but I have not finished it. God of War 3 I have finished. It will move on. Heavy Rain versus Blur. So I have tried Heavy Rain. I played about an hour of it not too long ago, maybe like a year ago, year and a half. Didn't really enjoy what I played. I would be willing, if there's enough demand for it, to go back, give it another shot, see if this game does end up getting better. I just wasn't really a fan of especially the quick time events, and the way that it's very unique in the sense that everything is a quick time event. Everything is, controlled by, picking up something off of the ground. There's like quick time events for that. It's that kind of thing. Super unique, but definitely can be 50-50 in terms of, if this is your thing or not, if you kind of get tired of it. I don't know if I could sit through a whole game of doing that. The story seems solid. The premise seems solid. If this is a game that there's enough demand to go back and, this game's really good, you gotta go and actually, sit down and play through all of it, I would be willing to, but I really don't have any interest in going back and trying it again unless there is that demand for it. Blur, I've heard a lot of good things about. It's not a racing game that I've played, but I know it's a really stylish arcade racing game. It's a arcade style racing vehicular combat video game, spiritual successor to the Project Gotham Racing series. And I've heard a lot of people say really good things about this game. It's a super underrated game. It doesn't get talked about a lot. I don't even know if there's any way to play it. I'm going to look up really quick and see, can you still play Blur? Okay, yep, you can't. You can still play it, but you can't get it online due to expired car licensing. Maybe I'd still try to find a way to play it. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure, but it's one of those Activision games that I don't know if it's Activision. It's delisted because there's the Transformer games that are delisted, and like all those older games that people want to see come back. It might just be due to the car licensing, but I do know that Blur is a lot of fun. I've heard a lot of good things about it, and out of these two games, I'm going to pick Blur to move on. I definitely have more appeal to go and check that out. Mafia 2 versus Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. I have played Mafia 2, finished it. I did enjoy it. It's a good game. It's got a great story. These Mafia games are known for their great stories. There's not a lot to do outside of that. There's an open world to go and explore, but there's not a lot to do with it. You really are just playing for the story. It does a great job of getting you immersed in the setting that it's set in. I mean, driving around, I want to say it's the 40s. Could be wrong. I'm going to check just to make myself not sound stupid, because I think the first game was the 20s or the 30s, and then the third game is the 60s. But it's got a great story. It does. It's a very enjoyable story. Between 1 and 2, I could go 50-50 with that. I think both games have great stories in their own rights, and great characters and villains and plot twists, set in the fictional city of Empire Bay from 1945 to 1951. So, yeah, I definitely think Mafia 2 is a lot of fun, and I think they're underrated games. If you want a good story, it's not going to take you super long to finish it. I don't remember exactly how long it took me. I want to say it was 10 to 15 hours, maybe, something like that, maybe less. I'm not entirely sure, but they're not long games. You're going to be able to get through them pretty easily, especially if you are enjoying them. Stalker Shadow of Chernobyl. I have not played the original Stalker games. I've played Stalker 2. Didn't finish Stalker 2. That was a big game. Never got around to finishing. But it was one of those games where usually, especially now, I try to have my Game of the Year list be games that I have rolled credits on. For Stalker 2, I did not roll credits on it, but I think it was my number 6 for my Game of the Year for 2024. I did really enjoy Stalker 2, even though there are a lot of bugs and problems with it at launch. I know a lot of those have been ironed out. It's been well over a year and a half since that game's been out, so they've had a lot of time to iron those things out. But Stalker 2 is the only experience I have with the franchise. I've heard good things about the originals. Maybe I go and check those out. I'm not entirely sure. I know there's a trilogy of games from, I don't know what the other 2 games are called, but I know there's 3 Stalker games that were released around the same time before Stalker 2 came out. Maybe give those a shot. I'm not entirely sure, but I have not finished Stalker. I have finished Mafia 2. Mafia 2 will move on. Toy Story 3 versus Alpha Protocol, the espionage RPG. Never played Toy Story 3, the video game. I knew there was a video game. Never played it. Obviously, Toy Story, great movies, a great trilogy of movies. I have not seen 4, so I don't know anything about 4. They're about to release 5 in the middle of this year. But the original trilogy of Toy Story movies, man, those are so good. They are really, really good. I don't even know what Toy Story 3, the video game, is. I don't know what kind of game it is. It is a 2010 action-adventure game by Avalanche Software. I think I recognize that. Let's see. I'm going to take a quick look and see what they did. They did Hogwarts Legacy. So Toy Story 3 is made by the same studio that did Hogwarts Legacy. Wow. Did not know that. They did Disney Infinity, Cars 2 the game, Bolt the game. So they did a lot of Disney stuff before they went over and did Hogwarts Legacy and did a killer job with that. So, hey, props to them. Toy Story 3, who knows? Maybe it's a great game. I don't know what Alpha Protocol is. I've never heard of Alpha Protocol before. I'm going to look it up. Obsidian Entertainment made Alpha Protocol. Wow, I did not know that either. These are 2 games that have developers that I think Obsidian definitely a bigger developer than Avalanche is, but Avalanche with Hogwarts Legacy. Wow, they also, Fallout New Vegas, I'm assuming it's got to be on this list somewhere, yeah? Fallout New Vegas? I don't see Fallout New Vegas on this list at all. That is strange. Okay, so Fallout New Vegas is definitely going to be on the list when we make it, probably, even though I haven't rolled credits on it. I might still put it on there anyways. I'm not sure. Very surprised it's not on this bracket at all, but Alpha Protocol is. So, did not know anything about Alpha Protocol. comes from Obsidian. It's an RPG published by Sega. Wow, okay, look at that. And very, very interesting. Learned good stuff about 2 new games today, 2 studios that in the past have made these 2 games. That's cool. Alright, I don't know anything about Alpha Protocol. Out of these 2, just from Obsidian, I'd rather go and try this game out. Let me see about the reception of it. Does it have mixed reviews? It's got mixed. Interesting. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to pick Toy Story 3. Why not? Just going to pick it. Wimbo versus Sonic Colors. So Wimbo, I have started, have not finished it. I know it's crazy because this game's only like 2 or 3 hours long. Definitely need to get to this game. I have played Inside from Playdead. Love Inside. That game is so good. I want to see kind of where they got their start from with Limbo, and see if that is going to be just as good as Inside. You can kind of see where they got some ideas from. So really do want to go check that game out, and it's a 1-sitting game, so I definitely just need to knock that game out. Sonic Colors. Sonic is a big blind spot for me. I've played the racing games. We talked about that over here on the left side of the bracket. I've played the racing games, and that's about it. I have not touched any Sonic games. Big blind spot for me, so I have no idea. Sonic Colors, if this game is any good. Let me know if Sonic's something you want to see on the channel. I definitely would be down to go back and play the Sonic games. If there's any specific ones you guys would recommend, just let me know. Maybe Sonic Colors is one of those. Who knows? But 2 of these games I have not played. Limbo definitely has more appeal for me to go beat it, so Limbo will move on. Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Big blind spot. Nintendo is a huge blind spot for me. If you watched the last podcast, I said I have not played really any Nintendo games at all. So that's your Pokemons, that's your Marios, your Zeldas, your Metroids, your Donkey Kongs. The only experience I really have with Nintendo games is Mario Kart Wii and Wii Sports. I played a bunch of Wii Sports. Past that, have really zero experience at all. So there's a whole catalog of games that I am working on some stuff to put out on the channel to maybe kind of fix that, or at least start to, but definitely send in the recommendations for what I need to check out in terms of Nintendo, but Pokemon as well, because I don't know anything about Pokemon. I mean, I know about Pokemon, obviously. It's a huge franchise. It's like, it's ridiculous how big this franchise is. I know kind of more recently they've kind of fallen off. I mean, they still sell super well, but they've kind of gotten to where they just make so many of them and don't give the developers enough time to where they come out and they're just kind of whatever. But I know the old Pokemon games have a lot of great things about them. So it actually says that this came out in 2009, but they were released in the US, I think, in 2010. Okay. And they're remakes of the 1999 Game Boy Color role-playing games. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Learn something new every day. Pokemon, big blind spot. Aliens vs. Predator. Kind of forgot there was even a game for Aliens vs. Predator. I did not know this. This seems pretty cool. It is made by Rebellion. This is the same Rebellion that did Sniper Elite? I did not know that. Again, another studio that's done a game that I did not know about. They're known for something else. Sniper Elite, obviously, they're big for. Did not know they made an Aliens vs. Predator game. And reviews were kind of mixed or average. Alright. Which one has more appeal for me? Pokemon, I don't know anything about. If there's enough... It's definitely not the one out of the Mario and the Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong. I'd rather really go play all those first. Pokemon doesn't have the same appeal that those games do. I do want to get around to checking out maybe a few Pokemon games one day, but I don't really have the same desire to go play those as I would some of the other Nintendo franchises. So for this one, I'm just going to go Aliens vs. Predator. That one just kind of has more appeal to me. And then finally, The Sims 3 versus Black Ops 1. Love The Sims 3, played this a lot as a kid. Definitely The Sims that I put a lot more time into, or put the most time into. I mean, it's just a great formula for games, or for a game, like a life sim. You make these Sims, they just kind of live their life, go get a job, go start a family. I mean, there's so much you can do with that. Wow. I mean, Sims 3, just thinking about it, it's great. It is such a good game. I kind of want to go play some now, honestly, but really enjoy The Sims 3. I don't have a lot more to say about it. It's been a long time since I've played The Sims 3. Played a little bit of The Sims 4, but not nearly as much. Sims 3 was definitely the one that I put the most time into. We'll see if they ever make a Sims 5, and if it's even to the same category as The Sims 3. I feel like a lot of people maybe think this is the best one in the franchise. I don't know. Maybe The Sims 1 or Sims 2. I'm not entirely sure. But I really do enjoy Sims 3. But Black Ops 1 is one of my favorite COD games. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely in the top 3 for sure. A fantastic campaign with great characters. A great story that has twists and turns. Definitely probably my favorite, at least, Call of Duty campaign. For sure. Multiplayer is a lot of fun. Those weapons, super iconic. The maps, the progression. The game still holds up to this day. The setting of it being, you know, all the different maps and the unique and diverse settings that they're set in. Super memorable. And then zombies really making a name for itself. It was introduced in World at War, but Black Ops 1 really kind of brought it to the forefront with maps like Kino and Ascension. It's a really great package of Call of Duty with multiplayer, campaign, zombies. And for this one, 2 games I put a lot as a kid, but Black Ops 1 moves on. I also just now realized I don't entirely know. I want to check something because I'm fairly certain. I'm going to check 2 things. One, I think Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010 as well. And I don't see it on this list. It did come out in 2010, and I don't see it on this bracket. But I feel like I saw it on the bracket before I shuffled. So I'm going to check that after. Maybe there's like multiple, you know, there's more than 64 and it just puts 64 in there. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I saw it before I shuffled. Anyways, let's continue. Castle Crashers versus God of War 3. Haven't played Castle Crashers. I have played God of War 3. The game is fantastic. It will move on. Blur vs. Mafia 2. I feel like this is one where I've heard enough good things about Blur to where probably if I played it, it might beat Mafia 2. But I'm going to go Mafia 2 because I have finished it. I have real credits on it, so it does get the nod. Toy Story 3 vs. Limbo. Haven't played both games, but Limbo definitely has more appeal. Respect to Toy Story 3. Avalanche, I did not know that you made Disney games like that. Did not know that at all. And who knows, maybe Toy Story 3 is a great game. I don't know anything about it. Limbo has a lot more appeal. It'll move on. Aliens vs. Predator versus Call of Duty Black Ops. Have not played Aliens vs. Predator. Love Black Ops 1. It moves on. God of War 3, Mafia 2. Both games I have finished, but God of War 3 definitely over Mafia 2. I do enjoy Mafia 2's story. It's a lot of fun. It's got some great moments and great characters in there. Love the setting. It does really immerse you. But God of War 3, man, that game is so good with everything it does. It moves on. Limbo versus Call of Duty Black Ops. Black Ops 1 will move on because I have played it and finished it. And then this is a great matchup. God of War 3 versus Black Ops 1. Ooh. Man. I really enjoyed God of War 3. It's a fantastic game. Nostalgia might be speaking a little bit here, but Black Ops 1 still does hold up. There's so much to do in this game. It's got a fantastic campaign. The multiplayer, still so much fun to play to this day, and the zombies is timeless. I'm going to go Black Ops 1 here. And then our championship matchup, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood versus Black Ops 1. I mean, this is another great matchup. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood versus God of War 3 would be a great matchup. I think that I'm going to go Black Ops 1. I really do enjoy Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. It's a fantastic game. I love what it does with its story. It really does flesh out Ezio as a great protagonist. He's such a good protagonist in the different locations you get to visit. But I'm going to go Black Ops 1 here. So it will win the bracket. Black Ops 1 will win the bracket. I don't know what it's trying to make me do. We'll get rid of that. I do want to see this though. I'm going to shuffle seating. Does it give new games? Okay, it looks like it's the same games. I could have swore I saw Red Dead when I first loaded up the bracket, but maybe I'm wrong. So this bracket does not include Fallout New Vegas or Red Dead Redemption. Very, very interesting. So that's going to be the first part of this podcast. We're going to visit 2 more websites, and you'll kind of see what I'm going to do. This was not really... This is just kind of separate. This is a separate idea that, you know, if we continue down the list of doing the different years and the different brackets, that would be a lot of fun still to do. But this and then what I'm about to do next are 2 completely different ideas that if you guys want to see them in the same podcast every time, we'll go for it. Or if you'd rather see the bracket than see the list that we're about to create, we can do that too. We're just going to kind of troubleshoot, figure it out. That was the bracket part of it. Now we're going to move on to the next part of it. So now we're on Wikipedia, and what we're doing on Wikipedia is looking at this list of games that came out in 2010, and we're going to go through this list. I'm going to jot down all the games that I see that I've finished or put enough of to where I feel comfortable putting it on a ranking of all these games, and then we'll go to the third website and we'll actually rank all these games. So Wikipedia, I know it's not going to be the most 100% accurate, but it's going to get a lot of the big stuff. If there's another website that you guys would recommend to do this with, let me know. But I just know Wikipedia has a list of probably pretty close to all the games that came out in that year. We're going to see a lot of games that I might skip over, like Bayonetta. It looks like it came out in 2009, but released in North America in 2010. So I guess it really technically wouldn't count. Maybe it would. Darksiders, maybe this game came out in 2010. It looks like it did. Never played Darksiders. So we're going to start going down this list and picking out a bunch of games. I'm going to jot them down and then we'll move on from there. Starting up in January, Army of Two, the 40th Day. Have not played that one. Here's the first big one, Mass Effect 2, which I don't think was on that bracket as well. Mass Effect 2. Wow. Definitely, okay, another big one that was not on that bracket, but that's definitely going on the list for sure. That'll be high up there. Now we're into February, and BioShock 2 will be on the list. It came out in 2010, so that'll be an interesting one to see where that goes. And on the same day, Dante's Inferno. Oh my gosh, if you guys have not played Dante's Inferno, it's God of War, but not God of War. But it's very, very comparable to God of War. I mean, it holds up. It's not it's the original God of War. It's hack and slash, but it's very, very similar to the original God of War games. It doesn't, obviously with the entire trilogy, the characters are a lot more memorable and the story is, but Dante's Inferno still is a game that can stand alongside the original God of War trilogy, and it still holds up. Definitely recommend if you have not played Dante's Inferno. Super underrated. I know we were supposed to get a sequel, but then they closed down Visceral Games. I think that was the reason why we didn't get the sequel. No, that wasn't. I don't think that was the reason. I know they went on to make Dead Space, not Dead Space 3, but I think they did Battlefield Hardline and then shut down after that. But definitely recommend going and playing Dante's Inferno for sure. As we continue through, there's the Aliens vs. Predator game. Heavy Rain, again another game I didn't really get into. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, I am going to put this one on the list. I did play it a good bit back in the day. I don't know if I ever actually finished it, so that might be the reason why there might be a video coming out for it. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I have been playing it kind of off and on recently, but still really enjoy this Sonic Racing game. I've played the other one as well, Transformed, Team Sonic Racing as well. All those are great. Battlefield Bad Company 2, this one's going to be, this is a great year just from these 5 games alone. I know what's coming up next with games like Red Dead and Fallout New Vegas, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Black Ops, Halo Reach, Skate 3. I know this list is going to be a hard one to pick out. As we continue down the list, you're going to see some like Assassin's Creed 2 for Windows. Obviously this game did not come out in 2010, but it's just the release of the Windows version of it. It's going to be on here. Excuse me. Dragon Age Origins Awakening, so that's not a 2010 game. There is God of War 3. I'm really hoping that going down this list, I'm not going to skip over anything that I have played. And I might miss 1 or 2 possibly, but I'm hoping I do not. God of War 3. You can see like Final Fantasy 13. That's another big blind spot. Final Fantasy. Have not played a single Final Fantasy game, even though this came out, looks like in 2009, but came out in the US in 2010. If Final Fantasy is something you guys want to see, I've not played any of them. I would absolutely be down to go and check those games out. Metro 2033, I played a little bit of, but never finished. Resonance of Fate. Looks interesting. Continuing on, Just Cause 2. This is a game I have in the Steam backlog, but have not gotten around to. I've really only played a little bit of Just Cause 3, but I haven't jumped into the franchise at all, so that one I have not played. We are finished up in March. Not seeing anything crazy. There's Nier on April 27th. Nothing in April. Moving on to May. There's Skate 3. Skate 3 is going to be one that I know for sure is going to be the top 10. You'll kind of see, I say that, I don't know what the order of the list is going to be, and you'll kind of see why that is when we get to that third website. And you can see what the concept of that website is. But I know it's going to be on the top 10. Maybe even the top 5, we'll see. Alan Wake. I didn't know that only came out on the 360. It was a 360 exclusive. I did not know that. Well, there's Alan Wake. That'll be on there. There's Red Dead. Red Dead Redemption. That, I'm going to make a prediction that I feel like Red Dead's probably going to be at the top. Like I said, I don't know for sure. We will see. But I'd be shocked if it wasn't. I would be shocked if this game was not at the top of the list. Super Mario Galaxy 2, again, Mario, big blind spot. Would definitely love to go and play these games, but just have not done it quite yet. There's Blur on May 25th. This is a really stacked year for games. I can just tell. Even there's a bunch of games that I have not played. There's Alpha Protocol. We talked about that. We are in June. Happy Wheels. Oh my gosh, Happy Wheels. Wow. I mean, I have played this before, but I wouldn't put it on here. But Happy Wheels, big throwback. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. There's Toy Story 3, the video game. The Transformers games, which I would really love to play for sure. I definitely want to go check those games out. Lego Harry Potter. There's Naughty Bear. Sniper Ghost Warrior. Crackdown 2. Again, all these games I'm kind of mentioning I have not played. This is one that I'm not going to include. I definitely could. But I played a lot of NCAA football and Madden back during the PS3 before I really started getting into like the single player big hitters in the gaming industry. So I know I played a lot of NCAA football 11. I could definitely put it on there. But it's, very close to the same game every year. Still, these old games are a lot of fun, but I'm not going to put it on there, even though I definitely could. But just to kind of keep, if we do more of these from getting kind of samey with those games, I'm not going to put any NCAA footballs or Maddens on the list. Need for Speed World. I did not know that there was an MMO Need for Speed game. That's very interesting. StarCraft 2. Big one. Never played it. There's Madden 11. We're in August now. Kane Lynch 2 I've heard decent things about, solid things about. It's another co-op game. Maybe a lot like Army of Two. Maybe at some point get around to that. There's Mafia 2. We will put that one on the list. Castle Crashers. Have not played that. I've heard about Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, but I've never played it. Spider-Man games before the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man, have not experienced those, so that would be cool to go and check out. Tom Clancy's Hawks 2. Don't know anything about that. Plants vs. Zombies. And Amnesia, The Dark Descent. That's a big survival horror game that I've never played before. There's Halo Reach. We will definitely throw that one on the list. This list is going to be hard to make for sure. There's Civ 5 that did come out in 2010. Okay. Dead Rising 2, not going to put it on there because I didn't technically finish that one. We're in September now, so we're pretty close to the end of it. There's World of Tanks. NBA Jam. Lost Planet 2. These are a trilogy of games that I've heard good things about. I would like to check them out. Lost Planet. I feel like not a lot of people talk about it, but I've definitely heard of it. I've looked into it. Hey, who knows? Medal of Honor. I guess maybe like a reboot, of the Medal of Honor series. I've not played that before. There is Fallout New Vegas. A game that I have not finished, and I don't know if I should put it on the list. I don't know. I'm not going to, actually. I'm not going to put it on the list. I definitely could, but I never rolled credits on it, so I don't know if it's a game that... I mean, obviously, I really did enjoy it. I said in the last podcast, the only thing I just have a complaint about is the combat. Just not a big fan of it. I think a remake, remaster, whatever, hopefully would really iron that out and make that a lot more fun. Just didn't really enjoy that, but everything around it, the atmosphere, the setting, the radio stations, all of the RPG systems, the quests and the characters, the story, fantastic. Just that combat wasn't really my thing. I'm not going to put it on there. Didn't finish it. It's hard not to, but I'm not going to. Super Meat Boy there. Fable 3. Rock Band 3. I could put that one on there. Not going to because I know I played it a bunch as a kid, but I'm just going to keep Rock Band off of there. I will put The Sims 3 on there though. Like I said, I talked about that in the bracket. Had a lot of fun with The Sims 3. Did that come out in 2010? It says 2009. But it came to console. So you know what? I'm not going to put it on there. If it came out in 2009, it was on the bracket, but if it originally came out in 2009 for Windows, we'll just keep it off of there. Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. Haven't played these Star Wars games before. I would definitely be down to go check these out. Never really... I played the first one, I know, a good bit. If you guys want to see a video on The Force Unleashed, I would be down to go check it out for sure. Into November, we are almost done with the list. Can't really remember. There's Black Ops, so that'll definitely go on there for sure. That might be the last game that goes on there. I don't think there's any more 2010 games off the top of my head that I can think of that would maybe go on there. Oh, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Okay. I stand corrected. There is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that will go on there for sure. EA Sports Active NFL Training Camp. I don't even know what that is. Sonic Colors. Poking out the inventory. Gran Turismo 5. Epic Mickey. Borderlands 2009, so that wouldn't be on there. Okay. Dead Rising Mobile? I didn't know it was a Dead Rising mobile game. It looks like that is it. That is the list of... Oh, Back to the Future the game. Wow. That's a throwback too. that is going to be the list of games that we are about to take over to a different website, and then we will make our finalized list of 2010 games, which will have a top 10 and also a game of the year in that as well. Alright, and the final website we are on is a website called PubMeeple. So basically what I did was I threw these games into a list. So all 13 of these games that we just found from Wikipedia are now here, and what it's going to do is I'm going to hit rank, and it's just going to give us matchup after matchup after matchup, back to back to back, until it has all the data that it needs to come up with a list. So it's just going to give me matchup. It could be Alan Wake versus BioShock 2, and then Assassin's Creed Brotherhood versus God of War 3. Back to back, I'll pick one over the other until it has enough data to make a list. So I have somewhat, I do have control over the list, but I don't know what the list is going to look like after everything's said and done in the moment when I pick the matchups, pick the winners. It's going to be very interesting to see. So 13 games, so 3 games won't make the top 10, but it will have a list of all 13 games. So we're going to hit rank. Estimated 27 comparisons. Here we go. BioShock 2 versus Red Dead Redemption. I'm going to be pretty quick about this. I won't talk about it a whole lot, but I will do, we'll just kind of go quick with it. Red Dead Redemption there. Skate 3 versus Dante's Inferno. Man, Dante's Inferno, like I talked about, such a good game. Very, very underrated. Definitely recommend go checking that out. We're going to go Skate 3. That game has a lot of nostalgia. It still holds up. Still so much fun. Mafia 2 Halo Reach. That's Halo Reach. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Alan Wake. This is an interesting one. I call Alan Wake good, and it might even be great, but that gameplay, I just remember being a big thing. I remember by the end of the game, just got very, very tedious. I think it's still a good game. Alan Wake's still a good game. 2 just improves on it in a lot of ways. It's still worth going and checking out. That story is still really good. I'm going to go Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. I just think more fun. I have a lot more fun playing that game, and it still holds up. There's still a lot of content here. Ooh, big one. Bad Company 2, Black Ops 1, Battlefield vs. COD. I love Bad Company 2. That multiplayer is so good, but Black Ops, got the multiplayer campaign, the zombies. Go Black Ops. Oh my gosh. If I had to predict, and I don't know for sure how this is going to end up, I feel like this is going to be the top 2. Red Dead Redemption, Mass Effect 2. I love Red Dead Redemption. I think I actually said this might be the number 1. I think Mass Effect 2 might be number 1, because if I had to pick between these two, I love Red Dead Redemption, but man, Mass Effect 2 just holds a special place. It's so good. All those characters, that story, that world, the gameplay. You could say the same thing about Red Dead. I'm going to go Mass Effect 2. Ooh, Skate 3, God of War 3. Nostalgia is heavy with Skate 3. Very heavy with Skate 3. I say that, but like I said, Skate 3 still holds up. I still go back and play it today and still have a lot of fun with it. But God of War 3, man, that experience, that trilogy wrap-up conclusion, it's something else. God of War 3 moves on, I say, but it'll win that one. Halo Reach, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I'm gonna go with, I can't remember. No, that was Black Ops and Halo Reach, or Black Ops and Brotherhood. That was the match I had trouble with. This one could go either way, 50-50. I'm going to go Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Black Ops over Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Battlefield Bad Company 2 will go over Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. God of War 3, Mass Effect 2. Tough matchup, but Mass Effect 2 will win that one. Red Dead over God of War 3. You can kind of see how it's doing the math. I'm going to pick Red Dead over God of War 3, but God of War 3 is still such a good game. Ooh, God of War 3, BioShock 2. I'm going to go God of War 3 here. Skate 3, BioShock 2. I'm going to go Skate 3. Ooh, Dante's Inferno, BioShock 2. This is the thing that, obviously, I love BioShock. BioShock is the original BioShock, one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. BioShock 2, I still remember being a great game, but Dante's Inferno, man. I'm gonna go BioShock 2. This is close. I'm gonna go BioShock 2, but it could go either way. Black Ops and Brotherhood, I did the same thing in this was the... No, it was Brotherhood and what was the other game? I think it was God of War 3, maybe? No. I forgot what it was Black Ops and God of War 3. I don't remember what the matchup was. It wasn't the finale or the championship matchup in the bracket, but it was the one right before that had Black Ops in it. But this was the championship matchup. I had Black Ops winning that one. Bad Company 2 or Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Ooh, Halo Reach, Bad Company 2. If we're talking about the entirety of the game, Halo Reach. Bad Company 2 over Mafia 2. Ooh, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing versus Mafia 2. I'm going to go Sonic and Sega. Might be a hot take. Mafia 2 is still a good game. Still a great game. It's got a great story, but I'd rather play Sonic and Sega. Alan Wake or Mafia 2. I'll go with Mafia 2. Ooh, Black Ops 1, Mass Effect 2. Two fantastic games, but Mass Effect 2 will move on. I'm still stuck in bracket fight land. Black Ops 1, Red Dead. I'm going to go Red Dead. Black Ops 1, God of War 3. Was this the matchup? This might have been the matchup. Black Ops 1. Brotherhood and God of War 3. I'm going to go God of War 3. Brotherhood, Skate 3. I'm going to go Brotherhood. Halo Reach and Skate 3. Halo Reach. Bad Company 2, Skate 3. Oh my gosh. Skate 3. Bad Company 2, BioShock 2. I'm going to go Bad Company 2. I'll go BioShock 2 over Sonic and Sega. I'll go Dante's Inferno over... Okay, there it is. The list is done. I feel like I don't know if it repeated matchups. I hope I didn't have two matchups happen and then picked one the first time. I don't know. But here's the list. 13 games all ranked. So we did a bracket that had 64 games in it. A lot of different games. A lot of those games, Mass Effect 2, Red Dead, were not on that bracket. Very surprising. Dante's Inferno wasn't on there. I don't know if BioShock 2 was. I'm not entirely sure. But went on Wikipedia, found a list, picked out 13 games from 2010 that I've finished or played enough of. And here is the list. So number 13 last, Alan Wake 2, Mafia 2, number 12, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. Those three games missed the cut for the top 10. And obviously there was so many games that were on Wikipedia from 2010 that you could definitely recommend to me and I go play them, and this list could be completely different. You know, maybe we come back to this in a couple of years. I've played, 3 to 5 more 2010 games. We'll see. So this is going to be the top 10 list for 2010. Number 10, Dante's Inferno. Really, really enjoy that game. Definitely recommend going and playing that one. BioShock 2, number 9. Bad Company 2, number 8. Skate 3, number 7. Halo Reach, number 6. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, number 5. God of War 3, number 4. Black Ops, number 3. Red Dead 1, number 2. And Mass Effect 2 is my game of the year for 2010. Like I said, those top two I was pretty sure about. Black Ops 1, I think God of War 3 really kind of sneaking in there. That's a game I've recently finished about a year and a half ago, I think. That game still holds up. I mean, 2010, obviously, this is a stacked list of games. I think this is a really fun concept. It's a really fun idea. I had a lot of fun doing this. If you guys want to see more of this for other years, absolutely, we can go do it. Do you want to see this list, or I guess this whole podcast, be done the same way? We do the bracket first of a bracket of, let's say, 2011 games we do next, and then we do that, whatever the winner is, just as like a side thing, just to kind of combine everything into one. and then we go into Wikipedia, pick out a list of games, and then we do this? Or would you rather see just the bracket by itself, or would you rather see just Wikipedia into this list? Let me know what you guys want to see in the future from this kind of sub-series. I don't plan on doing this like every week or anything like that, but it's definitely something where, I mean, I think we could do 2007, 8, 9, and then 2011 all the way up until 2023. When we could do so many of these, I think so. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So here's the final list. I'll read it one more time. From top to bottom, or bottom to top: 13 Alan Wake, 12 Mafia 2, 11 Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing, 10 Dante's Inferno, 9 Bioshock 2, 8 Battlefield Bad Company 2, 7 Skate 3, 6 Halo Reach, 5 Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, 4 God of War 3, 3 Black Ops 1, 2 Red Dead Redemption, and number 1 was Mass Effect 2. So that is going to do it for the podcast. Thank you guys for watching, hanging out, talking about games that came out in 2010. Let me know, what is your favorite game from 2010? Do you have a top 10 or a top 5? And if there's any games in this video that you saw me talk about that popped up in the bracket or on Wikipedia that you want to see me play on the channel, let me know. Give me that feedback so I can try to sneak that game in and get that video out for you guys. So that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll talk to you later.